I accept what is not working or what has fallen apart, what is broken. I accept that, but focus on what is working. That shift helps me to remain steady, remain focused, and to be not to complain about the situation, but to see through the ray of light that is helping me in that scenario. It reminds me of a family who many years back had in their life misfortune one after the other. So their lifestyle had completely changed. But one thing that was noticed in them was they never lost courage. They didn't lose confidence in themselves. Along with that, they were grateful for the people around them, and also they were grateful for the blessings. They very much appreciated, however, whoever offered help, and that kept them going. So recently I met that family again. So it was so beautiful to see them to have recovered from that downfall so well. It is not that they have bounced back where they were, but still they are doing very good, still have the attitude of being grateful for everything whoever did and what they have learned from that downfall. So that has kept them going. Otherwise, easily they would have shattered, lost hope, and started questioning, why me? I have been doing everything right. Why this is happening to me? And most of us do ask, right? When there is difficulty, we do ask, why me? Why this is happening to me? But at the same time, when everything is going fine as I wished, want for, do I again ask the question, why me? Of all so many people, why this such good things are happening to me? Do I ask that? Right? So having this attitude of gratitude, that's what the shift is. Even when it is not that difficulty doesn't come, chaos doesn't come, no. Whatever has to come, whatever is there in our life book, it will be there. But how I go through it? By remaining stable. And gratitude it's not just philosophy. Right? Even the studies show that those who have this attitude of being grateful, they experience more happiness, they are less stressed, they sleep well, and their immune system is good, just because they have kept that feeling of being grateful. So even in our day-to-day life, we can observe the littlest of things that help us to go about our day. Right? There are so many components that come together. Even, for example, for us to come from our home to this place, right? Many things have to come together. Maybe cooperation from the family, right? The support I got from this body to be here. The vehicle I drove that brought me safe here. The traffic, whoever was around me, they drove carefully. Right? Weather was not that bad. This place that has offered this opportunity to be here. And the devices, the technology, the electricity, and of course the listeners. Right? Everyone has to come together, so has one small event to go. Right? So, but how much do we pay attention to this? This is just a small scenario, right? There's so many things in our life that happens, and that needs cooperation of everyone and everything. I may be complaining when my travel either by road or air doesn't go well. If the flight doesn't land, or if it is change in the schedule, I may be complaining. But again, on the same note, do I appreciate when everything goes fine? Do I take time and appreciate, yes, everything, this service was good, flight was on time, landing was good. How much time do I take for this? Right? So if I'm complaining, I should be acknowledging at the same time. Is it a human tendency to see negative? Is it a tendency to let go of what is going right and see what is not going right? Highlight on that. So, what is the reason? One is like, yes, we understand that we are busy in our life, we are not able to accept and acknowledge. What could be the other reason for us not to be grateful? Any thoughts on that? Distraction, like? Mind is too busy, maybe otherwise. Occupied, in other words. Right? Also, it could be what I think is like abundance. When there is abundance of what I need, when there is abundance, even just as simple as water and food, right? When there is abundance, I don't value it. Think of those countries who don't have that much, how much wisely they would be using it, right? Because there is scarcity and here is abundance. One is it is abundant and another is it is affordable to me. If there is shortage of any kind of resource from my end or even funds, right? So would I be using or wanting to the same extent? Or will I cut short the greed which never ends and just focus on and be content with what I need? It is out there doesn't mean that I need everything. So one could be that abundance and other could be taking for granted. For example, even in a household, how much do we appreciate the other person doing for me? It is not that, formally we have to thank and all that. It's not like formality. But from the heart, how much do we feel that? And of course, in a family, everyone's cooperation is needed for me to get up or even to go to work, get back, food has to be ready, everything, right? So children, how much grateful they are towards parents. And parents, between each other, how grateful they are. Okay? So taking for granted, maybe like, just like when we hang a new picture on the wall, at the beginning we keep on looking at it, oh, how nice, maybe recalling the memory, appreciating it. But after a few days, our eyes don't even go there, right? It is just an object hanging on the wall. Is it same thing happening in our life? Yes, everyone, this one is doing this one is doing that one is doing, life is going. So I am conveniently putting that in a blind spot, not being grateful, just taking it for granted. And also in a household, it could be happening because there is some kind of expectation from my side, or I wish the other person to do things in a particular way. And when that is not happening, I ignore the other side, what the other is doing. Right? Makes sense? So, things like this, we might have to look into our own diary and see what is the reason for me not being grateful. There could be many other reasons. Right? So knowing now that the benefits of being grateful and why I'm not being grateful, what could be done? So again, like one method would be to take a pause and making it consistently regular. Consistent practice. Like, pause would be like as soon as I get up in the morning. Before I reach to the phone, take a pause. If you believe in God, remember God and be grateful for good night rest, being grateful for being alive for that day, being grateful for the day that has been offered to me as a gift. I can take that pause and appreciate and then start the day. Again, before having meal, again take that pause. Being grateful for the food that is in front of me, being grateful for the body that is accepting the food and giving the energy for me to go along the day. Again, at the end of the day, taking a moment of pause again to go through the day and see, like, what have I learned? What have I learned from maybe like particular instance? What I have learned from maybe like particular person? Not necessarily that everyone were good, everything was good. No, there could be mistakes from me. I learn from that. And even if not, I'm not learning anything from others, looking at other behavior which may not be appropriate, I learn that I should not be doing that. I don't want to be like that because I know how it makes other feel when I behave like that. So in everything there is a lesson to be learned as long as I keep my inner eye open. And every lesson I learned, let me be grateful for that. Right? So taking a pause helps me to look at myself and how I go through the day, how the pause between the events are going, and how am I responding to it. That becomes so crucial. Otherwise, days keeps going on, mistakes keeps happening, taking granted is being happening. There is no acknowledgement, approval, appreciation, gratification, nothing. So we have to come up our own method to look into and to appreciate. So before we go into meditation, let's take a few minutes now and let us look at our day from morning till now. Not broadly saying that, yes, I'm grateful for this, I'm grateful for this, but try to go into little details and see what are the connecting points that help me to go through the day. Yeah? Let's take 1 or 2 minutes on that. Om Shanti. Hope you were able to recognize the connecting dots that helped you go through the day. So let's go into the experience on the topic. Try to sit upright. With the feet flat on the ground. The back straight. And begin to bring your attention to the toes. Relax the feet. And completely relax the legs. Begin to relax the upper body. Relaxing the abdominal muscles. Relaxing the muscles around the lungs. And relaxing the muscles of the back. Relax the shoulders. Relax the arms. Relax the hands and fingers. Begin to relax the neck. And the face. Relax the scalp. Feel the entire body. To be completely relaxed. Let the eyes be soft. And begin to take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. One more deep breath. And out. Breathe normally. And notice the pause between the breaths. That pause helps to build a bridge between what happened and how I respond. That pause helps to create peace, even in a situation of peacelessness. The pause creates clarity, and in that clarity, better decisions are made. I am grateful. Grateful to be in this moment. Grateful to be aware of this moment. I am grateful. To the nature that sustains this body. I am grateful for everyone and everything that helps me to go along the day. Being grateful helps to see myself as I am and not how I want to be seen. Being grateful focuses on the blessings and challenges take a back seat. Being grateful brings in the shift on how I approach a situation. By taking that pause, I notice how the thoughts slow down. Emotions get settled. There is a deep sense of gratitude from the heart. It is my choice to carry this attitude wherever I go. It is not based on how circumstances are favorable, but it is my intention to be grateful. Shanti. Thank you everyone for joining. Wish you all a very happy Thanksgiving, and let every day be a day of gratitude. Good night. Shanti.